Get on screen here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. Welcome, everybody. And we'll be reposting to TikTok, as I should say, because my grandma says, "Not TikTok, Grandma, Mama." He doesn't call me Grandma. He calls me Mama. It is TikTok. Look it to the clock. Yeah. So welcome everybody. JP Morgan just said work 3.5 day. Our children will be, or grandchildren will be, children probably, work 3.5 day work week and live 100 years because AI is coming. So yay, JP Morgan, he's the guy who knows it all, and we're going to live healthier lives because of AI. Yeah. Says the richest man. Well, he's not the richest, but he's one of the richest men. But he runs one of the most powerful banks in the world, which is Citibank, I believe it is. So, yeah. Well, yeah. I put my faith in him. I put my faith in J.P. Morgan. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot happening this week. There's a lot of fear out there, a lot of fear mongering people. People are freaking out about, oh God, on October 4th. And the shit that's going, oh my God, there's going to be an emergency thing going on my phone. Yeah, well, you know why they're doing it, right? You know, it's something that starts with a W. Yeah, that's why they're doing it. I mean, they had all of the senators and the people of Congress in the United States um, advised to get satellite phones and had them sign up to get satellite phones. Why? First time. Why? Yeah, here, you just, well, there might be something happening. There's some shenanigans going on, but you can read between the lines with that. And that's all about this week, this day. I mean, we have a Mars that's squaring Pluto, and it'll be the last time we'll ever have a Mars square Pluto, a Mars in not last time, but a Mars in Libra and a Pluto in Capricorn. So this is really, I mean, and then Mars is going nuzzling up to the South Node. You might get a lot of anxiety today. There might be feeling a lot of overwhelmness, like you want to get things done, or you can't get things done, or you got FOMO, fear of missing out. So there's this illusion that, oh, I got to do this. I'm going to miss out. If I don't sign up for this, I'm going to miss out. So a huge energy of like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to sign this, blah, kind of energy. And it's not. It's like, okay, take your time, This is, very much there's a lot of soul calling, a lot of karmic energy coming through. So you don't want to you got to figure it out. You got to allow yourself to take the time to figure it out. If you're trying to race something and say, I have to get this done, this has to be done now, or I'm going to miss out on this opportunity. Are you really? And if you do, was it really the opportunity that you needed? And that's the whole thing. There's so many a lot of people feel like they're missing out, or they're going to miss out on things right now, or they have to do it, and it's just it's a lot of rambunctiousness, as my mother would say, rambunctiousness. So that's going on right now, and that's going to cause a lot of shenanigans in your life. That's going to cause a lot of chaos. It's going to cause a lot of disruption. It's because you got to do the groundwork, and that's where people are missing out. I've done it before where I got to do this and I'm racing through, and and it gets you in trouble in the end. It may not be at the beginning, but as you go on, it could be a year or 2 years because you didn't do the work at the beginning. You didn't do the foundational work. You didn't write the proper whatever, or you didn't ask the questions that you needed to ask, but you were too afraid to ask, or you were just too much running around like a chicken with your head cut off that I have to do it, that you end up fucking up in some way. And then you're wondering, why did this happen? And it's like, well, you didn't do the work. You didn't do the work. And mama's telling you now, you got to do the work. If you're not doing the work, if you're not, allowing yourself the time to work things through, you're going to find it's going to be extremely difficult. Now, I posted up on my Facebook today about Black Moon Lilith moving out of Leo and into Virgo. Now she's transiting at the last degree of the lion and the first degree of the Virgo. And this is a place where Regulus is. Now, Regulus is a fixed star of leadership and royalty. And it's been for the longest time, it was in Leo for, was it 700 and some odd years? And it moved into Virgo in 2012, heralding the shift of leadership and power that is unfolding in the next 2000 plus years. And I have this is a masterclass on this shift. So there's a masterclass of it. Oh, I put that there's a masterclass of the shift. I am going to be doing a master. Anyways, doesn't matter. But in short, it's about the end of a leadership and rulership based on ego. So this shift, which is a 2,000-year-old shift, because it takes a very long time for Regulus to move a degree, right? So this is coming into a shift towards feminine leader, the essence in all of us. And yes, this is also also about women and our stance of being the true authentic people that we are. I say people. So energy, we have the one and only great Pluto transit today, and that's the Mercury trines Pluto. And this is essentially about research, investigation, therapy, shadow work, deep and honest. So we got to pay attention. So there's still more information that has to come through, but that Mars with the South Node squaring off Pluto gives us that anxiety, thinking that we don't have enough time, that we not, that we got to do it all now. And this is where it's like, hey, we got to start really listening, because Mars still is trying to give us information, and we still have to take some time to process it, as we have all these other planets in retrograde. So there's a lot of things that we have to process through today and through this week. And there's a lot that's coming in at us that is throwing us off kilter, right down to in Canada. If you are a podcaster, I'm not sure how it's all works or what the whole legalities of it, but you got to be registered in Canada to be a podcaster, to my understanding. Now, I just sort of glanced at it. What does that mean to all the YouTubers, all the Canadian content? What does that mean? To the content creators on even TikTok and Instagram, and coming out and either doing lives and things along that line? What does that mean for them all? So there are a lot of things that are changing, and we really got to take our time to figure this shit out and figure out what it all is going to encompass. What is it all going to look like as we proceed? Because the new legislation and the restrictions on what we can and cannot say, what we can and cannot hear, is going to be coming very interesting in the coming days and in the coming months and the year. How these restrictions are going to look like for Canadian content. And of course, they pull you at the heartstrings. And that's why, people are like, well, it's for the children and you don't want to have hate and all of this. And it's like, okay, this is what they say to pull you in because it sounds so good. I mean, they did the espionage thing in 2020, to pull your heartstrings. You don't want to get anybody sick, do you? That's the whole thing. It's like they utilize these words in order for you to be drawn in, and sometimes it's a very hypnotic in the way that they say things and how they say it, and then they enter something subjective within it, and then it kind of makes you think, or you don't even notice it at times. And they're doing that in the UK, that bill that's coming through UK. They're just waiting for the king to sign it. And they're doing it in Australia, and in Canada. And you'll be seeing different things that they're going to try and do also in the United States. So we're witnessing a masking tape, a duct tape going over people's mouths that won't be able to express either their truth, won't be able to express What it is, it's only going to be one narrative. And if you don't agree with that narrative, then you're not allowed to talk out against it. That's really, that's, a part of the astrology, what's really trying to show you that there is evil at play that's trying to keep you from being the light that you are. There is energy out there, when we take a moment and we sort of sit back, that is trying to suppress a lot of our spiritual selves and trying to express the truth of who we are. And this is where we got to allow for, things to allow them to pass through. See them, witness them, but don't get so much in a tizzy that you have to um do them. Like, it has to be done now. This is where it's like, okay, I really got to caution what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be doing this. What does this all look like? Right? And as we move forward, it has to be done in a very constructive, in a very wise way. And I think there's going to be a lot of creative ways for people to really get messages out, and how they get messages out to others. So it's going to be an interesting play as we go forward with the some of these outlandish laws that are coming forth. And to remember that things, just because they're in a law, doesn't mean that they're right. you know a lot of things were written into law, a lot of things were written to be said lawful, but they were totally wrong. And that's what we got to look at, right down to our health system, and looking at what are we doing to take care of our health. We, as I said, with Regulus being in Virgo now, it's the virtuous one, but it's also the health house. So it has to do in how are you taking care of your health? How are you connecting with your health and taking care of yourself? And that's another important part, to a lot of this energy, that especially that's coming forth this week. Are you taking care of yourself, or are you getting yourself overstressed? Over with anxiety, over anxietized. That's what the word that came to me, anxietized. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it a word. Are we in such a kerfuffle that we're unable to really see things as clearly as what we need to be seeing them at this time? And that's so important. That is so important right now, because this energy, even though sometimes this energy, hits today, and may, you know, um, hit today, and then it's, sort of sometimes, with the moon, it's gone, but there's that residual energy that's still there, that you still have to work on, that you still have to process. And you have to gather that work and that process that you're doing in order for you to do a lot of the shadow work, because shadow work isn't done in one day. It's not. Shadow work is an everyday thing. On how we deal with things. How are you reacting with things? What's getting you angry? What's getting you upset? And is it a legit anger, or is it an anger because you're just being a pouty puss? It's like, I can't get it, so I'm going to be busy about it. I'm going to be mad and stomp my feet. Or is it like, no, this is legit, man. This is wrong. I'm not putting up with this kind of shit. Right. And when we start to see that, and we start to look at what type of anger, what type of energy that we want to put forth, this is coming into our light. This is our soul calling. This is our karmic energy coming in. This is what you've come in to do, come here to work with. So we are on a mission right now. And the mission is pretty tough. And as I said, this month is going to be a little bit of cray all over the place, and a lot of things that are going to be coming down upon us very swiftly and trying to suppress us in a lot of ways. So, this is where Oh, okay. The U.S. natal Uranus will align with the progressed midheaven in August 2025. Yeah, we are in a Uranian portal, right? That's true. That's true. So 2023 to 2025 are game-changing years for the United States, that are going to be really changing things, changing the way the government's run, changing the way the republic is. Will there be a republic? Will there be an election in 2024? Will our prime minister call an election? He's being forced, but will it happen? He still has backing from another party, which, who has a leader who has connections with other things, which I don't want to say out here. But this is where it's like, okay, this is the energy. This is with that, and especially as Pluto goes back into Aquarius, that's, we're heading into Aquarius is revolution, right? Aquarius energy is very revolution. It wants something new. It doesn't want to be controlled by anyone else. It wants to be able to connect with who they need to connect with, and when they need to connect with that energy or with that group and things, and find not only similarities but enjoying the uniqueness of others without having to put the threat upon anybody, right? Having that respect is going to be a huge one, especially with Pluto and Aquarius. It's having respect, but Pluto brings up the underbelly of a sign, and that's what he's been doing for the last 15 years, is bringing up the underbelly of what Capricorn is and what Capricorn stands for. And it's, that's why, for many who are Capricornians are having a hard time, because there's a lot of things that maybe they hung on to for too long. Or if you have a strong Capricorn energy in your chart, these last few years have been, I would say, quite difficult and challenging in what you are wanting to do, how you are wanting to progress, because you came in and you were born at that time to have that energy in your chart to really learn how to create the foundations in your world and how to create strong foundations. Because when Capricorns are building things, they're happy, they're excited, they want to share, they want to get out there. But if it's, if they're growing something and there's a little bit of shadiness on it, or they're not coming into their full truth with it all, then they're going to find that, this foundation is not going to withstand the test of time. It's going to fall. And that's what we're seeing. Things that become shady and dishonest are falling. They're not standing up to the test of time. They can't go any further, because they're too involved or too heated within the darkness and with negativity, that they don't want to let go of it, because it's like I'm in it so far, I'm in it so deep. Why should I let go of it anymore, right? And I feel like it's like come to your truth and say, okay, it's not working. I'm sorry, I was wrong. This is what happened. That's the thing. It's like, coming to that true authentic of honesty of saying, yeah, sometimes things just don't work out. Things aren't in my alignment, but I really tried to make them my alignment. But, I need to start over, or I need to start this again, or I need to try a different way. Then you're going to find more people who are wanting to support you, wanting to build things up, than to put you down. But there's, if you keep on hanging on to something for too long, and you're going to find a lot of misguidedness, a lot of illusions that are going to be coming in, and people are going to be feeling misguided, and then they're going to be missing a lot of what the information wants us to hear in order for us to grow more into our light and to be that creative energy, that connects with other creative energies, to be strong and be beautiful. And that's where we're at, baby. That's where we're at today. And it's a very frustrating day. People are going to find a lot of frustration because they're wanting to have things done in a certain way, or a fear of missing out of something. I'm going to miss out on this if I don't do this deal now. I'm going to miss out. and you haven't done the work. You haven't done that work in order for you to really appreciate that of what's coming forward. Okay, what do we have here? Where are they? Where are the cards? They're hiding. Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to use these ones. Are we going to use these ones? Yeah, I guess so. Oh. So, this Saturday, we have the tarot class. If you're interested, it's $17. It's from 10 to 4. Sign up now. Let me know. There's still plenty of space in the class. Tuesday evening, we're going to be having the journaling class. So if you're interested in journaling, we're just going to do it for one day. I sort of sat and I thought, well, maybe 2 days. And I'm like, no, you only need 1 day for that to get people started. We're also going to be having the 21st and 22nd. There's going to be the vision class. So vision board. So the virtual retreat coming up. And if you are interested in that and you've said yes, I know a lot of people have said yes. I got your names down. Send me a deposit so I can hold your spot, because I know some people say yes and then they sort of forget. So in Denver this weekend for the celebration, Dana went to Denver. Yes. Yes, Dana. Good on you, girl. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I was thinking, did a lot of prayers for you because I really felt you had to go. You really had to be there. Thank you. Sending you out so much love with that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be very happy you actually went. I really feel that. That is so wonderful. So great. Great on you, Dana. Woo! Dana! Allow yourself to be guided and go with the flow. Coming up this weekend. Yes, it's going to be an absolute fabulous one. And we got the Page of Michaels coming in. Page of Michaels, Page of Swords. So things coming swiftly, things moving swiftly, ideas, energies coming in very quickly. This is exciting. There's a new challenge coming in, but you have to review. You have to review what comes in. You can't take everything all at face value, right? Oh, excuse me. And with that, you got, what do we got? Oh, the Two of Cups, Two of Raphael. So it's the connections. Things you got to be, this is very truthful, getting your perspective, but it's the connections that you make, but you got to be truthful with those connections. You can't be, wishy-washy with that's happening, right? And this is where, it's coming in and not giving up, knowing this is what you need to do. It's not like saying, oh, screw it. It's like, no, I want to be honest with what's going on. I want to be honest with you, that relationship that we have. And it's so important to be able to do that. As the sun is just beaming in, it just decided to just come on in here and just shine on in, which is beautiful. I love it. A little bit too much. It's still going to do what it's going to do, isn't it? All right. There we go. And then we'll reopen it. But it's allowing yourself to do that, right? It's allowing, to be a part of that honesty that is within you. And when you're doing that, it's going to release a lot. It's going to allow for you to do a lot of releasements. So the Three of Swords. So in being honest with yourself, knowing that you have to be truthful with relationships and with your own emotions and feelings, it's going to help you to release. And the releasing sometimes isn't always as beautiful and sweet as we want it. It means that there's stuff that we've been stuck and we've been holding on for a long time, but it just has to come out. And we have to heal it. We have to allow for that healing of the wounds to happen. And as we do that, in comes the Page. So in comes new knowledge, in comes new understanding, in comes something that is new for you to really look at, and allowing for you to pursue it and see it, because now it's because of how you've come to your truth, how you've been honest within your relationships and relationship with self. This is allowing you to be open to other things and allow yourself to pursue and get educated on something else that you never thought you could get educated on. There you go, babies. Yeah. So you all have a fabulous, fabulous day. If you are interested in the Vision Board virtual retreat, it is on the 21st and 22nd, $130 for that weekend. If you are wanting to hold your spot, please send me a deposit. And also, what else is there? Oh, the tarot class. Tarot classes this weekend, and it is recorded. So a couple people who have signed up for it, they're going to be getting the recording because they're not sure if they can make it for the whole day. So that's okay too. So there you go, babes. I keep on saying baby. I don't know why, but sending you guys out. Maybe because I was around Mateus all day. Now I always call him my baby. Have so much love. Lauren Lady, watch over, bless you, shine your light, be the beautiful, authentic, lovely, energetic beings that you are. And don't let anybody dim your light. Blessing everyone. Talk to you guys.